The drama surrounding Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass has become a tragic symbol of California's fall from grace. Once hailed as a land of opportunity, innovation, and cinematic dreams, the Golden State now stands scorched, literally and metaphorically, under the mismanagement of two leaders who treat governing like a PR campaign. When Los Angeles burned during the wildfires, their response exposed everything that's wrong with performative politics. Gavin, the self-anointed Prince of California, strutted across the stage as if charisma could extinguish flames, while Mayor Karen Bass issued soundbites that faded as quickly as the smoke cleared. It was Mel Gibson, not a fellow politician, who cut through the illusion with blunt truth, mocking Newsom's vanity and calling out the state's grotesque mismanagement with a single line: "Spend less on hair gel." That jab landed like a spark in dry brush, igniting frustration already simmering among Californians who have watched their state decay under the rule of showmen. Every crisis has turned into a photo opportunity for Gavin Newsom. Instead of action, he delivers speeches polished enough for toothpaste commercials. California's decline has become his stage, his disasters the backdrop for his endless auditions as America's next savior. Under his reign, the state cities resemble film sets from a dystopian movie: homeless encampments stretching through downtown, businesses fleeing, and skies turning red with fire. But Gavin just keeps adjusting his angles, ensuring the cameras never miss that perfect grin. It's political theater at its worst, where tragedy is rewritten as triumph, and every burnt-out neighborhood becomes another scene in his blooper reel of leadership. Mel Gibson's roast of Newsom didn't just entertain, it captured what millions already knew. California's wildfires, blackouts, and homelessness aren't acts of God, they're acts of neglect. Newsom once promised to take care of the forests in 2019. Yet he did nothing. The result? Flames tore through homes and lives while the governor boasted of progress that never came. Gibson's sarcasm stung because it was grounded in truth. Tax dollars vanished, water was rationed, and instead of prevention, Californians got polished speeches and vanity projects. It's as if the state's money went into maintaining his image instead of maintaining its forests. Under Newsom's leadership, California has become a cautionary tale of what happens when ego replaces accountability. The homeless crisis has spiraled into something biblical. Tent cities stretching block after block, human suffering filmed daily as if part of a grim reality show. Businesses have fled in droves, taking jobs and tax revenue with them. Elon Musk didn't just move Tesla to Texas. He symbolically abandoned the California dream. And still, Gavin stands before cameras insisting everything's fine, as if optimism alone can fix what his decisions broke. Taxes skyrocket, groceries cost a fortune, and blackouts roll through neighborhoods like scheduled punishments for believing in his vision of progress. Even during the pandemic, when leadership mattered most, Newsom exposed his hypocrisy in cinematic fashion. As Californians were locked indoors, their businesses destroyed and their family gatherings banned, their governor was caught dining maskless at Napa's most exclusive restaurant. It wasn't just hypocrisy, it was arrogance in high definition. His message was clear: the rules are for you, not for me. That dinner became the defining image of his administration. A luxury feast during a time of famine. A governor so detached from reality that he believed image could override outrage. Meanwhile, crime in California has become a running joke. Smash and grabs occur in daylight, stores are ransacked, and thieves walk free because stealing under $950 isn't considered serious. Law-abiding citizens now shop like they're in a post-apocalyptic game, dodging thieves and waiting for permission to buy toothpaste locked behind glass. Public safety has collapsed, and yet Newsom insists California is thriving. It's a lie so bold it almost sounds rehearsed, which, for him, it probably is. Housing, once the dream that drew millions westward, has turned into a nightmare. Families can no longer afford to live where they grew up. Young professionals cram into overpriced apartments with roommates well into their 30s. Newsom's affordable housing plans are nothing more than recycled talking points dressed up in optimism. He cuts ribbons for photo ops while the state's middle class disappears. California has become a playground for the ultra-rich and a survival test for everyone else. The contrast is obscene. A state once synonymous with promise now defined by poverty and despair. And through it all, Gavin continues to audition, not for re-election, but for the presidency. He imagines America as a grander version of his California, where chaos masquerades as compassion and failure is spun into visionary policy. He dreams of taking his act national, as if the rest of the country is desperate for more high taxes, crumbling infrastructure, and endless restrictions. His delusion would be laughable if it weren't so destructive. Every year, wildfires consume millions of acres, producing more pollution than the cars he bans. He boasts about climate leadership while forests burn and power grids fail. Californians pay some of the highest energy costs in the nation, yet still sit in darkness as their food spoils. Newsom calls it progress. The rest of the country calls it incompetence. His so-called green policies have turned the state into a live-action survival show, where people light candles not for ambience, but because the power went out again. Even gas prices tell the story of his failure. In California, filling up a car feels like signing a lease. He blames oil companies while ignoring the mountain of taxes and regulations his own government created. It's a pattern that defines his leadership. Create the crisis, then point fingers elsewhere. Mel Gibson wouldn't need a script for this one, just a California gas receipt. Gavin's California has become a monument to arrogance. The budget bleeds billions with no accountability, schools crumble despite massive funding, and the population exodus continues at record pace. Californians aren't just leaving for better jobs, they're fleeing for survival. And yet, Newsom behaves as if his failures are accomplishments, spinning decay into innovation, and calling collapse change. His political theater continues, but the audience is tired. The applause has turned to silence, the cheers replaced with resignation. If Gavin Newsom's time as governor were a film, it wouldn't be a Hollywood blockbuster. It'd be a bloated production, all style and no substance, where the hero never learns and the ending leaves everyone worse off than before. The lighting's perfect, the wardrobe impeccable, but the story? A disaster. Californians deserve more than a photo-ready politician pretending to care while everything burns around him. Because at the end of the day, Gavin Newsom isn't governing, he's performing. He's an actor in a state desperate for a leader. Every smirk, every press conference, every staged moment is just another line in his never-ending audition for power. But behind the camera-ready facade lies a state in ruins. A state once golden, now reduced to ashes. And so, the question remains. How much longer will Californians accept this spectacle masquerading as leadership? How many more disasters must unfold before the illusion breaks? As fires burn, prices climb, and families flee, perhaps it's time for the people, not the politicians, to reclaim the stage. Because the Gavin Newsom show has gone on long enough, and California deserves a new script. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, tell us what you think in the comments. Do you believe California can still be saved from this political circus? Or is it too late? Don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping America today.